So just to get started, this will be our brief agenda. We will start with a department overview. We'll go into our programs. We'll talk briefly about co-op. I will introduce you to our student, CK, who can talk a little bit about his experience. We'll talk a little bit about admissions items as admitted students. And we'll finish with final items and a Q&A. If you have any questions at all throughout the presentation, please feel free to put them into the Q&A box and we can get to them at the end or as we're going along. Before we start, I also want to point out that joining us on the webinar today is our wonderful student services team. So these are the folks that you will be working with as your academic advisors as current students. So if you have any questions for them, please feel free to drop those in the chat for them. And with that, I will hand it back over to Kaylee and she can give you the MGen overview.
Thank you so much, Marissa. So I'd actually like to hand it over. We have a special representative here today, Dr. Marikla Parazzi, to speak a little bit about a program overview. She is one of our directors within our department.
Thank you, Kaylee. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm very excited to be here. My name is Marikla, and I am very thrilled. And today is really about you and about your future. Picture your future and what your life could look like as a graduate student in one of the most innovative and forward-thinking engineer program here at Northeast University. To our international students joining us from across the globe, welcome. And I don't know what time is there for you. I just want to let you know that we all know the decision to study abroad is a big one. It's a tough one, especially right now. But it's a lot of full of excitement and new possibility and sometimes a lot of unknown. And we are here, all of us, to make sure you feel supported every step of the way. So MGen stands for, because probably you ask yourself, what does that mean? Stands for the Multidisciplinary Graduate Engineering Program. Go to the next slides. Next one. Thank you. We are very proud to shape the next generation of critical problem solver, technical builders, and future tech leaders. We, as our mission say, we go beyond just how to write a code. We help you to think like a system engineer. What does that mean? Someone who can understand the big pictures, how data, design, ethics, technique, software all work together to solve the real problem. We use technology to enhance society. And you will learn this in day one in your core class, Info 5100. That kind of thinking is very valuable, no matter where in the world your career will take you and you will live there. And that's what sets our graduates apart in the global job market. Again, we go beyond teaching how to code. No matter how good you are and how much faster you are, we go beyond. And that's what makes successful this program. Next. Our program sits at the intersection between IT and business. And it's kind of a crossroad between those two things. And whatever your passion is, developing software, managing technical team, or work with data, we've built programs that combine hands-on skill, leadership training, and real-world experience. You will leave here with the confidence and tools to make an impact on day one. And more importantly, your skill will globally be transferred. You will learn from our students in Boston very soon, recognized and respected by employers across the country. Next slide. What makes our program very special and unique, it's we put you in the driver's seat. You will have the flexibility to study and choose from a variety of different areas. We offer over 60 electives across the campuses, and we help you design a path that you choose that fits your goal and your lifestyle. And what really is amazing is our faculty. We have about 80 faculty supporting you. And a lot of them, they are practitioners in the field. They come from the major consulting company or work in a software environment. So they bring their expertise into the classroom. And for all our international students, wherever you are in Boston, decide to be in Boston, Toronto, Vancouver, or Miami, where I am, preparing from home, or preparing from home, you decide to stay and do an online studying. With this team here, between advisor, co-faculty, and assistant director and academic advisor, we are really help you to succeed. We're here to help you to succeed both academically and personally. Next one. Thank you. Now let's dive a little bit deep about our programs to give you a little bit more information about the different target audience and what are going to be the goals. Next. Again, our program sits right at the crossroad software engineering, business, IT. So no matter whatever you choose, that's kind of the core of who we are. So if you already have a background in technology, engineering, computer science, and IT, our information system program will be the perfect fit for you. It's a 32 credit hours, focus on applied learning. You will sharpen your technical expertise, strengthen your business insight, and prepare for role like software engineering, QA, IT consultant, and system analyst. Proud to say that 50% women are in the program, and our students have about 3+ year work experience. Our retention rate is 98%, so students successfully complete this program in about 2+ years. Yeah, so it's pretty amazing. So we had international graduated to go to work in Fortune 500 and start venture in the home country or pursue postgraduate work permit in North America. Next. If you're not in the tech backgrounds, that's okay. Don't worry, we have a perfect program for you. It's called Information System Bridge. So allow students with no STEM backgrounds to come in the program. And this program is a 40 credit hours. It's really built for students coming from different degree that it's not IT and STEM. In fact, we have about students coming from 21 different bachelor degree. More than 70% our bridge students are women. So we welcome students from 20 different undergraduate major, as I mentioned to you before. And you bring your unique perspective and we help you to build the skills. We really are an ecosystem of support. So we help you on day one with the core classes to allow you to build those skills and be successful and join later the same kind of pathway of information system students. And because it's designed for students with no prior coding experience, you will support it from the academic advising, from the faculty, and from our mentorship program called the Bridge Buddy program. And we help you on day one to build Python or Java or whatever skills you needed to be successful in this program. Retention rate of this program is 99%. So students, they have no background experience. They have done that successfully. So you can be one of them. Next. Thank you. We have a software engineering system program. If some of you are considering that, if you are looking for more technical challenge, our software engineering system goes in deep world of algorithms, data structure, cloud computing, and multi-threading system. This is a 32 credit program designed for students who want to architect solution, who want to build scalable platform, who want to lead in a tech-driven environment. It's very especially popular with international students who have a strong foundation in computer science and want to build expertise in the global competitive. Next, thank you. And finally, we have the data architecture and management program. So we live in the data-driven world, but behind every insight, there's always someone who knows how to collect, structure, and interpret data. Our data architecture and management program give you exactly those skill sets. You will learn how to build big data system, apply machine learning technique, and support business intelligence across industry, from healthcare to retail to finance. This program is ideal for students that are looking to enter data intensive role, the data analyst, data architect, and they work for both global corporation and emerging tech hub around the world. Next. I think now Kelly is going to give you an overview about the core classes and the area of focus. I just want to tell you one more thing, that what really stands MGen apart are two things: the flexibility to specialize on what inspires you the most. Again, you are in the driver's seat. whatever that will be, if it's a UX, stock developer, AI, data analytics, etc. And those are the kind of skills that help international students stand out, whatever they choose to stay here in the United States or take the knowledge back home. And then lastly, as I mentioned to you at the beginning, at the heart of MGen is the software is more than just a code. It's how we build solution, how we solve problem, how we use technology to enhance society, and how we make the change. Our students don't just build application, they build impact. They have an impact in the society, they have an impact in the world. And that's what MGen make a difference. And I know it's a tough time right now, especially with the lens of what's going on in the United States. But to all our international students, your voice, your perspective, and your ambition is what make this community of MGen so strong. It's our students. So I hope that you decide to come. We can't wait to help you to shape your future, and whatever will take you, we're here to support you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Perazzi. So in our next section, as she spoke to, I will speak to our course offerings and provide you with examples of a few areas of study our students have access to through our programs as you build out your individual journeys. So here we've highlighted several popular areas of focus that many of our students choose to pursue during their studies. In keeping with the flexibility built into our programs, these are not formal concentrations, but rather common themes that students shape through their selection of electives. Some of the most popular focus areas include AI systems engineering, user experience design, full stack software engineering, business intelligence, data analytics, as well as machine learning and data-driven engineering, and product and project management. And to meet the growing demand of AI expertise, we've built out a range of AI focus areas across our programs. What you see here are the key domains where you can deepen your knowledge and develop cutting-edge skills around AI. So you can choose courses from across these areas to shape your own AI learning path. So, whether you're looking to build advanced AI systems, maybe explore the potential of generative AI, maybe apply AI in a healthcare setting or enterprise setting, or generally strengthen your capabilities in data engineering, the flexibility is really here and available to you through our programs and offerings. And as AI continues to evolve, this is also a place to engage critically, exploring AI risk ethics and evolution as well. So, to further illustrate how we are delivering on these AI focus areas, next slide, please. We continue to adapt and expand our curriculum to remain both current and ahead of industry trends. So, this is made possible through the active involvement that Dr. Perazzi spoke to earlier of our industry leaders who help shape our programs with those real world insights and deliver those insights directly to you in the classroom. Here you can see a sampling of our AI course offerings. These span a wide range of topics from foundational models, methods, and tools to really advanced areas such as that generative AI, agentic AI, AI in healthcare, and also responsible AI engineering. So, this level of flexibility and depth really gives you the opportunity to build the expertise you need to lead in this rapidly evolving space as an engineer. And here at MGen, we also work to ensure our students have a well-rounded education. As you'll find in the professional space, your soft skills are really just as equally as important as your technical skills. So here we have a guide of courses that can help you improve your non-technical abilities. And overall, these focus areas really showcase how, as a student in our programs, you are in the driver's seat and can build an experience to best help you reach your individual goals and also hold a skill set that can support you in adapting to this ever changing industry as well. And with that, I would like to welcome Laura Myers, Senior Co-op Faculty and Director of Multidisciplinary Graduate Engineering Co-op, to share key information regarding co-op. Laura?
Thank you, Kaylee. Next slide, please. All right, I'm going to give you all just some brief tips on a co-op, things that you can expect, and then the floor will be open for you to ask questions later on in this webinar. So first of all, experiential learning at Northeastern is a huge umbrella. It encompasses every type of learning that is stemming from and using the curriculum that you have been studying. Co-op, internship, obviously are the big two names, and we do use those interchangeably. So co-ops and internships need to align with the academic calendar. So each semester, which means they can be 4 months, 6 months, or 8 months in length. It just depends what the company is offering and what you want to do for your own goals. Salaries within co-op average somewhere between $25 and $30 an hour, with some opportunities being unpaid, common among startups, and others paying a lot more. Some of the companies where we have students on co-op are Google, Fidelity, Amazon, Massachusetts General Hospital, Apple, and the list just goes on. It's pretty expansive. There is a required course in order to go on and participate in the co-op program, and that is called Career Management for Engineers, ENCP 6000. It is taught by my team. We are all co-op faculty. We have extensive current industry experience that we share with you, and we have worked really hard to build some amazing relationships with employers, and we impart all of that knowledge to you in that class to give you the tools that you are going to need to be successful during your co-op search and then on your co-op. The skills and the lessons that we talk about in class are real world, applicable, and often project-based. Starting in September, the minimum GPA is a 3.0, which is the baseline requirement to be eligible, along with taking the class and earning the requisite amount of hours. Next slide, please. So MGen Graduate Co-op Internship Overview. How does this work? Well, to be able to search for a co-op, you need to have completed 9 semester hours, and that does include ENCP 6000, or if you're second semester, you need to have completed 8 semester hours and then be enrolled actively in ENCP 6000. You need to maintain a 3.0 or higher GPA for the duration. Your GPA drops, no co-op. In order then to go on a co-op or internship to get that experience, you need to have completed 17 semester hours. That's 2 full semesters of academic work, and that includes passing ENCP 6000 with a B or higher, maintaining a 3.0 or higher GPA. And when you are on your co-op, you still need to have classes left in your program because you need to come back to campus, boots on the ground, and complete your degree. Only 1 co-op / internship is permitted for all graduate students within COE. And it is important to note that co-op and internship is competitive for both you, the student, and the employer, and it is not guaranteed. Next slide, please. So for bridge students, co-op internship search eligibility. In order to begin your co-op search, you need to have completed 16 semester hours, that's 17 with ENCP 6000 of qualifying coursework, and maintain a 3.0 or higher GPA. Here in these boxes is the suggested pathway for you to study. Your first semester, you'll be taking the intro classes into the bridge program, and then you'll move into the next set, possibly ENCP 6000. Okay. Next slide, please. And then in order to go on a co-op, if you're a bridge student, you need to have completed 25 semester hours, all right, of qualifying coursework, maintain a 3.0 or higher GPA, and pass ENCP 6000. Again, in the boxes, you can see a suggested pathway in order to be qualified to begin your co-op search. And with that, that means being assigned to an advisor and getting access to NUWorks, which is our job platform. Next slide, please. If you're in Canada, in order to be eligible for co-op or internship, you need to have completed the following. You need to have the Canadian work permit, completed ENCP 6000 and or any required workshops that are specific to the campus. Your GPA needs to be a 3.0 or higher, and you have to have a minimum of 16 credit hours. You will also need to sign an agreement form, complete the intent form, and just like in the US, have 1 course left in your degree. And just like in the US, only one co-op is allowed regardless of duration. And co-op is an optional part of your curriculum, not required or guaranteed. And of course, it is very competitive. Next slide, please. So what to do next? I have some hyperlinks in here for you to check out. These are clickable. I will put them in the chat a little bit later so that you can click on them and save them to your desktop. But this gives you just the overview of graduate co-op, as well as the COE policy standards, including all those nitty-gritty little details. And then we do have a co-op inbox, mgencoop@northeastern.edu. Think that's, yep. All right. Ambassadors.
Hi guys. I hope you guys can see me. My name is Chandra Kiran and I'm a master's student in information system Boston campus. I came in fall 24. So I completed my second semester and looking for a co-op. So yeah, and I would suggest like couple of suggestions I can give for in general for master's students before you come to US or Canada bit. Uh, I would ask you guys to dedicate this time to see what your interest and passion lies so that you guys can build a roadmap which would help you to build like all the support you need once you get here, and then you can plan accordingly. And then coming to the job search, I would like to have I would suggest you guys to have like multiple roles which you are interested in so that you can try for different options so you can pursue like whichever is comfortable for you. And coming to Northeastern's, particularly MSIS, I can speak because it's from a past 1 year of experience. I can tell that you're not just limited to one or, like you're not just limited to options. You can switch subjects. You can take options from DAMG. You can take sub subjects from software engineering when you pass your when you come to your third semester where you'll have elective options to take. And also Northeastern provides various resources like you can use LinkedIn Learning for free where you don't have to pay anything. So there's a lot of resources which you can use, you can make use from Northeastern. And if you guys have any questions, particularly in MSIS or in general for master's degree program in MGEM, please feel free to drop an email for my email ID, which you can see on the screen, or you can also drop an email for our ambassadors, CO8 grad ambassadors at northeastern.edu. So me or any of my other ambassadors will be responding to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. And I will just reiterate too, the ambassadors are a great group of students. They're very prompt. They get back to you right away. So if you do have any questions about what it's like to be a student, they are really the experts. Those of us who are on staff, we can kind of give you a surface level idea of what it's like to be a student, but the ambassadors have been enrolled in their programs for, in many cases, a couple semesters. So if you have any questions, please, like our student ambassador said, please feel free to reach out to the student ambassador team. So just to talk a little bit about a couple items about what you should be doing prior to arriving at Northeastern. So this was actually a roadmap that our student ambassador team came up with a couple of years ago. And this kind of walks you through all of the steps that you'll be taking prior to coming to the university. So before you do anything at all, you first have to tell us that you're coming. So that is very simple. It's on your application portal. You'll just select the enrollment decision form. You'll say, yes, you're coming. No, you're not coming. And this is where you'll pay your enrollment fee. And this is required before all the other processes get kicked off. So just make sure that you do that. We do have deadlines listed on your page, but if your deadline has passed and you still are interested in coming to Northeastern and you maybe changed your mind, we are more than happy to extend your deadline for you. Just give us an email and we can extend that out for you. If you're international, just be aware that the I-20 deadline is July 20th. So you do have to pay your enrollment deposit prior to submitting your I-20 request. So do keep that in mind when you're asking for an extension. So a couple other steps that we'll touch on here. You will need to activate your Northeastern account to really do all of the subsequent steps that you'll be taking. So you should receive, once you submit your deposit, an email from help@northeastern.edu with instructions to set up your account. If you have not received this email, I definitely recommend that you email help@northeastern.edu as soon as possible so that your account can be created. You'll need this username and login to both register for your classes and submit your documentation if you do need an I-20, or if you're Canadian, you'll need this account set up so that you can pay your PAL deposit. So just keep that in mind. As you're coming, you want to make sure that you're looking for accommodation in the city in which you'll be studying. Our student ambassadors are a great resource. Many of them are international. A lot of our domestic ambassadors did not grow up in the city they're studying. So they can really give you tips and tricks on how to find accommodation in the city. If you are coming into Boston, a lot of the leases in the Boston area are September to September. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for apartments. We'll talk about this in the next slide, but prior to coming to the university, you'll also be invited to a couple of orientations, and I'll break those down for you. If you're international, you'll want to check in with OGS. You'll also be registering for classes. So we have the student services team on with us today. So if you have any questions about registering for classes, they're available for you to answer those. And you'll also be submitting your university health reports. You won't pay your fees and tuition until after you register, but that will be available in your student hub when ready. And then you will make your final preparations to arrive on campus. So a couple of resources for you as you're starting your journey. We have the new student information page. The link is right there. It will help you walk through all of the steps that we talked about on the previous page. And it's updated quite frequently. So if there's information that's missing, it will be updated as it comes ahead. But the one thing I did want to point out to you on this page is that we do have course registration guidance available for every single program. And for you guys in particular, if you are on a different campus, our team has done a really good job, or I should not my team, but our student services team has done a really good job of breaking out the course registration guide by campus. So just make sure when you're on this page and you're looking through the course registration guidance that you're on the right program and you're also on the right campus, and that will really help you be able to register for the right classes for the start of the term. And it also, each registration guidance also has contact information available. So if you are having trouble registering or you need guidance on what kind of classes you should be taking, all of that information is right available on that page. And also you can see here, there's some other important things that you might want to look at too, particularly if you are on a campus that's not Boston. We do have information for regional campus students. So just make sure you check that out before moving to your new city. So orientation information, usually the communication comes out in July or August timeframe. You'll be invited to a number of different orientations. So our student services team will be providing you with a GSE overview. That's the big orientation for the college. I would definitely recommend that you pay attention and put that one in your calendar once you get that invite. Depending on your program, you'll also have your program-specific orientation. Those of you who are on the different campuses, you may have a campus-specific orientation that'll help you get acquainted with the campus and the city that you've been studying on. And if you're an international student, you'll also be invited to the Office of Global Services orientation. And these are typically required for you to attend to be able to stay in status. So just make sure that you're looking at all of the information that you're getting from us. We do know as incoming students, your inbox can be overwhelmed with information from Northeastern, but just make sure that you're paying attention for your orientation communication so you don't miss your invitation. And now I will turn it over to Warren and he can talk about some final items. Oh, I think you're on mute, Warren.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Warren. I'm a program manager for MGen. It's great to meet you guys. Next slide, please. So yeah, just some final items. This is our frequently asked questions page. So there are a lot of questions on here and a lot of information that you may be thinking about. So if you want to know more or have any questions you think might be on here, go ahead and give this QR code a slide. It can be really helpful for any general knowledge that you may need. Next slide, please. And this is This is our social medias. So if you want to keep track of any like student spotlights or any highlights of the program, feel free to check us out on here. And thank you so much. With that, I want to thank you guys for coming here and learning about our program. And I'm, we're all really excited to see you here and hope that you become a future Husky. So I'll hand it back over to Marissa to conclude the session.
Thank you so much. Thank you to all of the panelists for joining today. So now we're going to go into the Q&A section of our webinar. I'm also going to stop sharing my screen so that you can just have a look at all of the panelists. So if you have any questions, you know who you're asking your questions to. And thank you. I see some of you have been answering questions in the Q&A. So I see one question in the Q&A. So if you're unable, this will be a common question. So thank you so much for answering or asking. But if you are unable to book a visa interview because of the current ban, currently we can help you to defer your acceptance to another semester. We're very, very hopeful that the ban will be lifted. Unfortunately, that it's very out of the university's control. But we are very hopeful that the ban will be lifted. But we can definitely help you to defer your acceptance to a different term. That's very easy to do on your application portal. All you have to do is first go to your application portal, your status page. You'll go to manage application and then submit a request. There's a request right on there for you to defer. And we're happy to do that for you if you're not able to attend. If you are Okay, and your other question, if you're being asked to submit your certificate, but your certificate will be given in October. So final transcripts are not required to be submitted until you come to campus. If your final certificate is not provided to us, you may have a block on registration for the next term. So just make sure you have that as soon as possible. If you have a provisional certificate, you can also turn that in the meantime. That's something we'll definitely accept for you. So I see a question. I'm currently admitted to Information Systems Bridge, Vancouver, but I want to change to Information Systems. I don't believe that's something that's allowed. Is that, Marikla, to change from Bridge to?
No, it's not allowed. There is a reason why we admit students in Information System Bridge, because they might not have the right requirement to be able to enroll in IS information system. So it's not allowed.
Perfect, thank you. So I see a question from a student who says that they were denied a PAL to the Toronto campus. Can you still opt for a different campus for the fall selection? So yes, you can. So you can do this one of two ways, and it's up to you. So first of all, you can either submit a change of campus request right on your application page. It's on the submit request section. You can go to manage application, submit request, and then choose a different campus. And the admissions team can help you with that. You just wouldn't be able to change your campus to Boston. That's just not an option on the page, but other campuses in the network, you would be able to change your acceptance to. You can also just reach out to the graduate admissions team and we can walk you through that process as well. So this is also a common question. So if somebody on the student services team wants to take this, that we've been seeing in other admitted student webinars, can students take more than 8 credits a semester in any given term, and how would they do that?
Sure, I'll take that question. So Generally, you cannot take more than 8 semester hours per semester during any regular semester. The only exception would be the final semester. If you have only 3 courses left for your final semester, and also you are maintaining a 3.5 GPA, you may be able to reach out to us, and then we'll be able to help you adjust the credit limit for the final semester. So that's the only exception. So during any other semester, you can only take up to 8 semester hours for your courses.
Great. Thank you, Molly.
Yep, thank
We
you.
were getting that question a lot in other webinars, so I know that's probably a very common question on this webinar.
Can
as
I
well.
just also add something? The reason why we do not allow, our class are very technical, so, and some of them are very challenged. So, you know, want to make sure the students will take 100% commitment in what they're studying. So it's more like for them than for us. You know, we want to be successful and succeed in those technical challenging classes.
The only exception to that, I'll add, would be ENCP 6000. That's your co-op eligibility. It's 1 credit, but it is a lot of work. So that would give you 9 semester hours because each course is 4 except for this class.
Great, thank you. For our student ambassador, this was helpful in other webinars as well when we had this question. Can you kind of talk about like your course load and about like how much time you maybe spend with each classes to kind of give folks a sense of like how busy they're going to be while they're in school?
Yeah, I think that will be a good thing for the student. So I planned my first semester in such a way that I had a little bit of coding experience and application building experience. So I took the course load of doing my ENCP in my first semester itself. So I had did my ENCP application engineering development and web development in my first semester. So it was basically 9 credits, including the ENCP. So I typically spent around 8 to 10 hours, including doing my assignments and doing some extra projects throughout the coursework and going through the course materials per subject. So you'll be able to we'll be having a class load depending on the professors you choose. Some professors choose to have like a 4 hour class per week. Some professors choose to have like a 2 hour class twice a week. So it completely depends on which professors you select. So in an average, you will be spending around 8 to 10 hours per subject per week. And in second semester, I chose UI UX, and so I plan my subjects based on what career aspiration or what job roles I want to choose. So that will make it more easier, and it'll help you prepare for your job. And I would also give one suggestions before. In the meantime, I would encourage you guys to reach out to as many as students who are already studying in Northeastern to through LinkedIn. Have a word with them on how they are doing. So it would give you a much more, clear picture on how you can, play a better role as a student when you come here. So you'll have already have a good amount of knowledge on how the things will be here, so you can prepare your coursework well. I hope that.
Yes, that is very, very helpful. Thank you so much for laying that out. I appreciate that.
Marissa, are
yeah.
attendees able to see the chat?
I believe so.
I know Danica and I have both put some links and information in the chat.
Yes. So
Okay.
as long as you send it to everybody,
Okay,
because I know I've made the mistake of just sending it to the panelists, which is only going to you guys. As long as you send it to everybody, everyone should be able to see the chat. Yeah. So yes, I see all of your great links in there. So yeah, I would encourage everybody to check that out. And also thank you, Jay, for confirming as well that you can see the chat. So I do see a question: if you defer, would the Alfond Initiative scholarship be deferred as well? So typically, yes, as long as your scholarship isn't tied to a particular term, because I know right now we have the Global Campus Network scholarship that's only available for students who enroll in fall of 25 and spring in 26. That one is tied to specific semesters. So if you defer further than that, that one is not typically going to be applied if, say, you enroll in fall 26. But I believe the Portland, Maine scholarships are available if you defer your term. So I see a question, considering both the MSIS and data analytics engineering. I'm not quite sure. So each program, so first of all, you can only enroll in one program at a time. We do have instances where students are admitted to multiple programs, but you can only enroll in one semester or one program at a time. So if you were admitted hypothetically to both IS and data analytics engineering, you can only enroll in one. You would have to decline your enrollment in one and enroll in the other. But tuition for the College of Engineering is the same across the board, no matter which program you are in. So your tuition would cover, it would be the same across both programs. And just in answer to your second question, unfortunately, you're not able to be in two programs at the same time. All right. Well, that looks like it's nope, I see one more question. I guess this can ask Laura this question. Is there a way for folks to access the course content for an ENCP 6000 prior, I guess, to coming?
No, we don't share that information until you're actually enrolled in the course. However, you can see the basics and the overview on the co-op website. It gives you just the general, this is what you're going to be studying, this is what you're going to be looking at, just so you're prepared. It's every tool imaginable, from resume writing to cover letter writing to interview skills, ethics, soft skills, hard skills, all those things.
I can just add on to that. You guys will enjoy ENCP class. It will be so interesting. You don't feel boring. It will be full hands-on. You'll write your resume, you'll write your cover letter in class, you'll present about ethics. I mean, as a student, sometimes we don't pay a lot of attention to minute details, but when we are giving an interview or when we are presenting something for an entire class, every small details matters. So everything will be covered in the ENCP class. So it is one of the very important subjects that you guys will study.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chandra.
Okay, so if nobody has any other questions, we can go ahead and end the session. Thank you again to all the admitted students for joining. I know some of you, it's your morning, your afternoon, or your evening, so we really appreciate you coming to spend the time with us. Yeah, but if anybody has any other questions, please do feel free to reach out to admissions. If we don't know the answer, we're happy to track it down for you. I guess before, I guess I do see one other question. Yes, if you want to change your campus from Boston to Silicon Valley or Oakland, yes, you are more than welcome to do that. You can submit a request through your campus portal or your application portal, or you can reach out to admissions and we can help you with that for sure. But yeah, if there's no other questions, we can go ahead and close the session. I'll just throw it to my panelists if anybody wants to say anything to our admitted students before we log off. Otherwise, we can go and end our day. All right, well, thank you for coming, everyone. I hope all of you have a good rest of your day. And we will be sending out the recording of the session later today. So thank you, everybody. Bye, everybody.